Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Menu Truenut, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War, where we have kind of problems on quite a few sides, actually. The issues with England are, well, we've temporarily managed to stop them taking over Iron Eyestein, as that's now called, but yeah, we've got reinforcements coming in. They need to regroup in a hurry. After that's done, we need to figure out where to strike back, because England, honestly, they represent a bigger problem to me than Poland right now. At this point, Poland have pretty much dug in around their capital, so we're not taking that anytime soon. But we've got enough troops around here to hold out against any counterattack. Quite frankly, I hope they counterattack. If they move against me, then we can pick off one of the armies on their own, then at least we can actually put their capital under siege. They've got themselves excommunicated for their alliance with Sicily, which is marvellously good news. And anyway, we've just got some armies dotted about. We've got Kiev under siege right now. That'll be kind of ready to go soon. We'll take Sarkel to take this part of their empire. Basically, we're just going to slowly pick off large parts of the empire over here, and then, you know, on the mini-map, it'll look like a very impressive big... Basically, I'm just going to be role-playing as the Soviets. We're just going to have a great big eastern kind of Russian-y sort of red empire over here that's got aspirations on spreading into Europe, like some form of Command and Conquer alternate universe or something. But yeah, that'll be all fine. We're just picking apart Poland. Honestly, they've not got much left now apart from these massive armies that just kind of dug in around the capital. And quite frankly, they're welcome to just stay there for the moment. I'd rather be keeping my attention, yeah, on getting some revenge against England, kick them off the continent if we can, albeit that does expose us to quite a bit of French borders, but it wouldn't hurt to have an extra fortress on the continent close by to France. That would actually probably be pretty bloody useful, because France is looking potentially vulnerable. They've thrown away a lot of their strength trying to deal with Marseilles. Speaking of Marseille, they have actually got it under siege right now, so, you know, it hasn't exactly gone entirely bad for them. We'll need to take care of that momentarily, but yeah, we're okay for now. We've managed to draw a fair bit of their strength south, and that means we've probably got an opportunity north, but England needs to go down first, as well as, of course, digging in around here. We need to start figuring out, yeah, how we're going to deal with the inevitably soon arriving horde, because it's definitely heading south. It's being pulled down towards these Turkish cities. Once these are done, well, honestly, I could vaguely hope they might go this path, like through the mountains here, and get sucked straight into the Turkish and then the Byzantine territories, but it's unlikely. We're now looking like after Turkey's been kind of crippled, or rather Turkey in the East been crippled, we're going to be the next target. So we need to start working on that. Luckily, good old Steve Stenger is going around growing all of these cities really fast. Gaza is a citadel. Acre, in just one turn, can be upgraded to a citadel. After that, we move into Aleppo, we do the same thing there. Bare minimum, that place needs to be a fortress as soon as possible. As for the Egyptians, they're dug in at Damascus. I feel like I might just actually gather together a new army here. I mean, we need to train an army basically to start, you know, being prepared for these guys arriving soon anyway. So I may as well start training an army over at Acre or Gaza. And once we put it together, we can just test it out by just putting Damascus under siege and basically sieging them out. They can only hold out for 7 turns. And yeah, in this era of Total War, they'll start taking attrition immediately. So that's probably for the best. Right there, yeah, let's just start getting an army in production here. We've already got some basic... No, actually, we don't. I think I moved them to... Where did they go? Where are all the... Okay, there's a couple of good units over here in Acre as well. But yeah, the problem with the units in Acre is that only requires partial plate. These guys have got heavy armor soon, so that'll be very, very useful indeed. Let's get some good, nice, efficient units in production. Actually, no, don't worry about efficient. Let's just get some archers in production here. Norse archers are indeed nice and cheap. Let's just get loads of those guys in, because archers on the walls will be very, very useful indeed when the time comes. Especially Norse archers, because don't forget, Norse archers, though they're pretty darn good archers, honestly, their strength really kind of lies in the fact that even when they're not firing, there's 7 missile attack, defense 17, and of course we can upgrade them with some better armor, melee attack 11. That's not bad. These guys will stand and fight on the walls, damn it. They'll do a decent job. And over at Acre, wouldn't hurt to just have a couple more dismounted Hussars coming in as well. Let's just get some good heavy infantry. Chunky heavy infantry that can stand its ground. Do I want to go for Adana? No, leave Adana for the time being. Nice buffer state between me and Turkey. Let's just kick the Egyptians out of Damascus, if we can, before these guys are done moving south. Because, yeah, they do move a little bit on the slow side. And then they'll take these 2 cities first. So that's going to buy me enough time to hopefully take Damascus, convert it to a castle, fortify it, as well as also getting Aleppo up to a fortress. Now, with multiple fortresses and citadels, that should be enough, hopefully, to do, well, even if we can't win, we can do an awful lot of damage and hopefully drive the Mongols back, and they'll just head north instead of trying to deal with us anymore. That's the best we can hope for, to be honest. Now, this army over at Kiev, that is... Okay, that's still building. That attacks next turn. That means what we need to do with right now immediately as well. We've got this big-ass force right here. The flipping Moorish peacekeepers are coming back for revenge. So we need to potentially get... Okay, we've already got troops in production over there on Corsica. Good. Right. This force right here. This, if I recall correctly, is... It's okay, but it's not great. I could just let them attack, quite frankly. Like, if they decide to try and take the walls, what have they got? Peasants, archers, crossbowmen, bunch of town militia. What have they actually got in terms of actual solid, beefy infantry? 1 unit of armoured sergeants. Honestly, that's not that great. I feel like actually we should just let them come. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these reinforcements to... hang on, just need to get them into there. No, I want you to be here. The problem is, yeah, sometimes because you can't actually move the camera around in this case, there's no way to move the camera around. As a result, it's sometimes going to be a little bit on the tricky side to actually get your units to be like in the... That's the square I want. That's the square. Now, I could actually attack these guys right and do I want to drive them off? No, I'd actually rather let them come. I'd rather let them come because, quite frankly, I have got inside this here city... Well, I don't have any proper chunky infantry either. I've got the sword staff militia and I've got a whole bunch of crossbowmen. No. I'm going to let them come and let the wall defences and let these guys as reinforcements come in and provide some assistance. But I should probably send over from Corsica at some point. But I need these guys to defend against the bloody Moors. I just need some proper heavy infantry, damn it. I need some heavy infantry in this part of the world. Yeah, I'm going to cancel one of these scouts and just build dismounted Hussars instead. I want more dismounted Hussars because I can potentially transfer those guys from here. You're too big for me to take out, unfortunately. Yeah, I'd like to be able to transfer some Hussars from here over to Marseille if need be. You stay here and just kind of hope the French decide they want to push the bridge battle with a few armies. If this guy decides he doesn't want to... Wait, where... Hang on. Oh, good, you're just holding his stand in a stupid place. I was really in the wrong spot there. Yeah, if he doesn't give battle, or rather if he backs off, I might just get these guys to go with some reinforcements to hold this bridge, and we can have a secondary force holding the bridge. And this is not the right time for bloody rebels. Just naff off, please. Meanwhile, everyone's already moved over here. Yeah, we've got reinforcements coming in. The forces from Metz are heading north. We've got this force over here heading down. He's actually got some decent strength on him. That's pretty much all of the money spent, so I can't really afford infrastructure this turn, unfortunately. I might want something at Aleppo if I can. You know what? Get Aleppo growing. Investing in farming is never a bad idea, but Antioch. Oh, I'd love to be able to buy roads or a war for Antioch. Okay, does anyone mind, like, not paying for something right now? No, I don't want to sacrifice that much in way of troops. I need the troops, fine. Just keep on building the thing. We'll build a Merchant's Wharf or paved roads in Antioch next turn. It'll be fine. Make sure we treat that as a priority then. However, yeah, I suspect at the end of this turn now, we're going to need to have to defend ourselves against the French attacking Marseille, which is fine. Actually, they might wait another turn. They've literally only got right now, yeah, 1 siege tower, 1 ladder, 1 ram. They might give it a go. I'm kind of hoping they do. If they give it a go this turn, that'll work to my advantage. They might also attack me on the bridge as well. The English, I'll be interested to see what they're planning to do next, because at this point, yeah, their fortress is looking a little bit on the vulnerable side. And as for the rest of it, well, they've got a big force here, but it seems to be heading north. So the Scottish are allied with the French. The English are technically at peace with the French, but I'm guessing the English and the Scottish aren't exactly friends. We've got spies in this part of the world who can actually head up and see what's going on. Because, yeah, don't forget, we've got the rather weird situation right now where the Scottish took Ireland off the Portuguese at one point. So the Scottish are finally bloody expanding. Still haven't taken Inverness, though. Whatever, eh? Whatever. And we've got ourselves, yep, just saw a heretic popping out there. So I think one of my priests has gone heretic from being in a high heresy area. I'm just going to take care of him at some point. Right, French merchants times 1,000,000. They seem to actually be heading in my direction, interestingly. I'm not sure why you're sending 3 together. The Aegis did that sometimes. Oh, any interest in a bridge battle? Come on, do a bridge battle. Let's bridge battle. Yeah, there we are. Massive army. And no, doesn't seem like it wants to fight. Anyone want to do anything? Oh, we've got ourselves assassins there as well. No, one of them's falling back north, possibly because it's detected. Yeah, it's got some very weak cities here, and I've got some big forces floating around their part of the world. So if we're lucky, we're going to kind of split their force between the north and the south. They won't be able to actually concentrate their strength anywhere. And that force is just kind of floating around doing nothing, which is nice too. Nope, no French attack this turn. Over to the Imperials, who are still in a very difficult position right now. In offense, they've spent this entire game not being involved in a single major war, but they've just been slowly worn down by Hungary for the most part. Yeah, more reinforcements just coming up towards Nuremberg. They are concerned about the Hungarians, and they should be, quite frankly. The Hungarians have a massive army just kind of sitting out here. Hungarians have been at war with the Imperials for probably over a century at this point in game time. Spanish, probably not going to really do much. To be honest, yeah, I feel sorry for Spain. They are now the only faction that hasn't really done anything. Scotland's kind of woken up and has started doing something at the bare minimum. But, yeah, tragically, poor old Spain. I feel like they're not doing a thing at the minute. More chats between the Byzantines and the Turks. Probably desperately trying to make peace, to be perfectly honest, having failed to take the Turkish capital. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And, unsurprisingly, in come the Moors. Fine. So now I've got two big, slightly dangerous sieges. But if that Moorish army is anything like the first one, they cannot take this fortress. The only problem is I might not be able to kick them out either. So we might need to wait for them to attack us again. Right, in comes a little bit of an Islamic preacher, nothing to worry about there. We've got plenty of cardinals and whatever in this part of the world. Now, England, what are you going to do? This is an interesting one. So are you going to keep heading north? Where's that big army going? Because it looks like it's heading north to me, but where's it going towards? Yeah, there's something in York. More forces being drawn north. I think they are concerned by the... Oh, okay. Reinforcements coming from England over to this force, but honestly, that force is battered. Really battered. So we don't have to worry about that. Big fleet, fine. We know where the English fleet is, because that thing can basically kick our ass at sea. But that's fine, because if you just keep your own fleets in port, then they can't attack us. So that's fine. And the kind of the jump between England and the continent is so short, we can just basically get them across, get our troops on land, and put the boats back onto the port before the English even show up. So, what are you guys doing? Even more heading north. And more heading over here as well. Fine. So they really, really want Iron Einstein to go down next. Fine. And they've got a princess on the move as well. No problems there. Now, a princess is kind of dangerous. Because a princess, if you marry it to faction, that's a guaranteed alliance. So if you can get a charming enough princess, you can basically force an alliance the AI would normally not be willing to accept. That's what princesses are kind of cool for. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Because, yeah, if they can get a charming enough princess and actually... Oh, there's the Portuguese. The bloody mad Portuguese. Yeah, if they get lucky and they can get a charming enough princess, they could say, if they can just seduce the faction heir of the Holy Roman Empire, they could force an alliance there. The thing is, in the late game, it's really hard to get charming princesses because there's just simply, like, not enough of princesses to do. Like, early game, it's not too difficult because they can go around just basically making trade deals and swapping map information for map information. Late game, there's just not enough diplomacy that needs doing for princesses to actually be able to get their charm up. So it's quite difficult to get really charming princesses late game. Now, Poland. That big army is continuing to just, yeah, hang around and dig in. Quite frankly, that's 100% fine. I don't care. And the Hungarians, my favourite faction after myself. Come on, guys. You know you want to advance. Come and chat to me. That's right. Propose an alliance. Propose an alliance. Because Total War AI is ridiculous. No, it doesn't want to. That's a shame. You want to send in the big army at least? Oh, got spies coming in, keeping an eye on the Polish capital. Even more troops coming in, though. And more flipping leaders as well. Oh, they're serious about this. Oh, no. The main force is backing off. Why? Okay. Something's caught their attention close by to one of their cities. What's it going to be? Maybe a rebel army, I'm not sure. And the Pope's coming for a chat, but doesn't seem to want anything. That's fine. And the Papal States are just... Oh, we've got an Inquisitor. That's fine. You know what? Inquisitors are fine. And are you about to execute someone? Yep, they just executed someone in Paris. Nice. We've got more flipping Inquisitors dotted around. The Inquisitor numbers are getting a little bit on the scary side. To be honest, no one's really assassinating them right now, and the Horde is heading distinctly south, and it's heading off the road. Oh, that's a concern. I was really hoping they'd head kind of straight south along that road towards Mosul, but they're not. They're heading more in a straight towards me direction, and that's unnerving. Couple of rebels, just a heretic. Luckily, the Inquisitor will take care of that. Acre, St. John's Minor Chapter House. Yeah, really, really solid, chunky, charging cavalry. I'll gladly take that. That's another reason why stables are kind of useless. Because if you just get yourself a chapter house, and they do seem to pop up pretty commonly in, like, castles and whatever, you do end up with, yeah, really, really solid, chunky cavalry. In fact, actually, let's compare those. Because I'm not sure if I've ever actually shown that during this so far. So, basically, yeah, I can get myself these here knights. So they are 13 and 16 on attack and defense with a charge bonus of 8. 13 and 16. So that is Already very significantly better than the feudal knights that we've got here. But let's compare them to something a little bit further down the building browser, why don't we? Let's go right down to the Earl stables here. So the chivalric knights are... Okay, the chivalric knights are better by 1 defense. Okay, 1 defense. If you fully upgrade the stables all the way down to an Earl stables, I can get 1317 with charge bonus of 8. A basic St. John's Chapter House gets me 1316 and 8. Alright, it's just ridiculous. It's just bloody ridiculous. Now, we've got war between the Moors and Denmark. Oh yeah, we actually made peace with them, and then they decided to betray us afterwards. Okay, how bad is this situation here? How bad is it? Let's just fake a Sally battle, just to find out. The answer is, they've actually brought a general with them on this occasion. They've done pretty much the same thing again, haven't they? Yeah, they've pretty much decided they want to take our city, but they haven't actually brought any, like, infantry that are going to be able to do the job. They've brought a little bit more on this occasion. They've brought crossbow militia, which, yeah, crossbow militia are actually pretty decent for the Moors. Those guys have actually got, yeah, defense of 8, so that's pretty good. They've brought 1 unit of spear militia to presumably, like, push the ram or something, and then they've brought a whole bunch of cavalry, none of which is great on the defense, because none of it is for this faction. They've got these guys are pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing again, so we need to just take care of them the same way again, which is basically we need to wait for them to attack us, and then pretty much we'll be able to just kill them as they try and force the way, because there's no way they can actually win that battle. Okay, French bumming around here. They've got an... Ooh, they've got some nice noble knights there, armed with some really cool little pointy things, which give them weapons effective against armor. Yeah, these guys are really badass. Fine. Watch out for those guys. They've actually got some decent troops here, but most of it's still pretty much trash. And then in the background, they've got... that force might be heading through the mountains right now. That's more of a concern. What are you exactly? Whatever you are, you've got catapults and you've got dismounted feudal knights. Right. We need to start getting some troops, more troops in production here, including Norse war clerics are ready to go. Nice. And yet more flipping crossbows. Genoa, same business. Unfortunately, Genoa, we can't do as much. We can give you some light supporting cavalry, but it's cavalry that doesn't get the charge bonus, so it's kind of pointless, to be honest. It's just terrible. I think merchant cavalry militia is like one of the worst units in the game in terms of like how much it costs. Like 210 upkeep for this. Cavalry with attack 6, charge bonus 2. It's so bad in terms of cost efficiency. Like, don't use it unless you actually have to. Like, it's nice to be able in the really early game, if you can get a really kind of early on merchants guild, to have like, you know, a cavalry unit that you can trade in the city. But like after that point, the moment you've got any other cavalry, you can use anything else. Literally anything other than it. Okay. In they come. They've got more stuff here. Do I want to take them on the open field? No, I'm better not, because they've actually got a fair amount of cavalry. I'd rather let them come to me. Like, this city can hold out for another 7 turns. If they refuse to attack, I can bring this force down. Eventually, anyway. And then there's this annoying force right here as well. Okay, anything else in terms of faction announcements? Nothing major. Frederick the Crusader has become chivalrous. Well, that's nice for him. And that's the guy, yeah, that's the guy in Genoa. Oh, he's 10 out of 10. Oh, bloody hell. That means Genoa's going to be just growing like crazy, isn't it? Stop making cities... Oh, it's in plus 1%, actually. Okay. Ah, it's because no one's really ever invested in farming around here. So even though we haven't invested in farming, he's just using his chivalry to kind of artificially prop up the place. Alright, fine. Do we actually have a guy? No, we don't have a guy there. And Milan is 17,000. Okay. I'm going to move this guy up to here. And Genoa's immediately going to start shrinking. Quite significantly, in fact. But that's fine. Because, yeah, I'd rather have a guy actually up here in case the French come in this way. Yeah, I think with, especially thanks to these sword staff militia, we can stand up to whatever they're going to throw at us. Milan will... Oh, no, don't build that. We don't need that. Yeah, that'll be absolutely fine. So we've got 2 more cities under siege. I'm not actually going to bother sallying forth. I'm going to let them come to me. This is actually something that's quite nice, because like I think in the entirety of the Rome Total War series, like I think I sallied every time I was put into siege. I can't remember ever going into defense. But in Medieval 2, just because of the way walls work, like it's much more sensible to actually let them come to you and wait to be attacked and actually fight some defensive battles, which is kind of cool. And when the Horde shows up, that's going to become even more so. Right, you're the guy with the Black Stallion. So you get round here, keep an eye on these guys, and you get round to the back of them, please. Yep, and now they've pretty much trashed this place. Marvellous. And we'll just keep an eye on them, and where are you even going? Like, there's not a path here. They can go, yeah, and they can't actually get south of this river because there's a mountain there. So all they can do is get through here. If they're determined to get through this pass, then they're gonna, the only crossing point is this crossing point here, which will bring them down into Edessa, which hasn't actually been taken yet. And I'm not sure they even bother taking rebel settlements, so alright, fine. And then we've got Acre here, which I can't afford to get up to a citadel, but the important thing is, I could do if I needed to. Now, Steve Stenger, I think, sadly, can't quite get up to Antioch this turn. That's a shame. We'll have him close enough by, so it's fine. Meanwhile, what's the best way to make money here? Is it going to be roads that get us up to 950, or is it going to be the Merchant's Wharf for... Yeah, Merchant's Wharf. Right, we'll get a Merchant's Wharf there. Antioch will pay for itself. Even if we end up losing it, it'll still have paid for itself in the end, so it's fine. Acre, yeah, there's not much we can do there, but Acre can already train really, really solid troops. Don't want to bother with the blacksmith. No, don't bother with the blacksmith, because I've already got the heavy armourer coming in at guard, so we can just retrain our troops there, and that'll be fine. Alexandria and Cairo are under control, even if we're not building anything there right now. And obviously, everything wants to be upgraded. Ooh, Thorn's ready to be upgraded. As is Acre. We know about Acre, and that's a construction report. Thorn, that'll be up to a citadel, won't it? That's ready for a citadel as well. Bloody hell. We're not ready. Okay, we can't. We just can't have a bloody citadel there. We cannot afford it right now because we're spending too much money on troops. But, like, you know, it makes sense we're doing that. Ah, yes, of course. We've got this this boat right here specially. Can you make it down to me if I go this way? You can't, but I'm just going to drop you off here just in case, because it's not very safe. Yeah, I'm going to pull you over to here, and then, yeah, next turn, you'll hop in there, and you can actually go straight over to Nottingham. Well, it will be... Ooh! Hello! Oh, yes. General Stephen, together with armoured swordsman, is rogue. That's why they're being pulled north. A massive English force has just gone rogue, including a general, and it's a good one as well. They've got archers, they've got 3 units of armoured swordsmen, they've got knights. That's going to be a really tricky force for the English to put down. Beautiful. Right, keep an eye on that. Let's get my spy up to... Okay, that's a good spot for my spy right here. My diplomat can go further north and have a chat with these guys. I want my diplomat to have a chat with Scotland. They won't exactly like me because they're allied with the French, but... Okay, this is really good. That could not have happened at a better time. A massive, great, terrifying, and including, like, upgraded weapons and armour. That is really good. Where is your king, by the way? Where is he? That's Hugh, your family member. There's your faction leader. Ah, there's your problem. They've got King John. Oh, it's historically accurate. King John. Actually, you know what? That's unfair. Let me just say, despite what Robin Hood would have you believe, King John was not actually a terrible king, any more than, like, most other kings, to be honest. King John was fine. So, you know, but in this case, yes, we've kind of reflected the Robin Hood myths, and we've ended up with a King John who has literally 0 authority, just hiding out in the north of England, and all of his generals are basically going rogue. That's why England have been screwed over. 0 out of 10 authority kings are just... It's a death sentence, quite frankly. Right, so... We've got a force of English here who we know are really weak, so let's just go and rush them right now. They are now trapped against the sea. Beautiful. Do we have good chunky units to go and take them out? Because they've still... Actually, you know what? They've not got much. I'd say we just basically go and chunk them right now. This force can go and take care of them pretty easily. I'm just going to do this by hand just to make sure. It should be nice and quick and simple. Yeah, only thing to be careful of is a few knights and 6 armoured swordsmen. Should just be able to surround. We'll just get them to break. The priority will be morale, not actual damage. Ooh, and we've got a nice little building here. A nice little just kind of, yeah, a coastal... armoured, fortified watchtower thing. Very, very nice indeed. That's very, very cool. And I'm guessing that's supposed to be like England over there. Which, you know, isn't actually quite that close to Bruges, but whatever, I'm sure it's fine. We've got the high ground, which is marvellously good news. That's the advantage, actually, of fighting when your enemies press against the coast. Of course, like, you know, the land against the coast is going to be very, very low, and as it goes inland, it's going to go higher up. So as a result, you can, like, more easily guarantee yourself the high ground this way, which is very, very welcome. So, off we go. Everyone just moves forward, and in addition, we have got reinforcements coming in over there. Very, very nice indeed. Nothing too major, but mercenary crossbowmen are nice, and we've also got some really, really chunky dismounted feudal knights there as well. Honestly, we're probably better off just taking a position up here, firing at them as they kind of come in. I'm just going to have my horses way out on the side over here. We probably just want to rush them because they do have catapults, and those catapults are going to start firing at some point, so their archers are getting ahead. That's fine. Our archers are already firing at their archers, so that's a-okay. In fact, actually, we probably want to change our target as soon as we can onto, yeah, the armoured sergeants. So those guys are going to take, yeah, those guys getting knocked down immediately. I'm changing my target over to these guys, and now I'm just going to use my horses to basically just kind of play with these guys to keep them from doing anything major. If we can, I'll get around the back in order to hit the catapults. These guys are just going to chase off the archers. Hopefully they'll break immediately. Yep, they break immediately. Don't bother pursuing just yet. Instead, just get out of there. And now, because there's cavalry moving around, their kind of pathing is going to be all messed up. If they kind of vaguely try and pursue me, that'll be fine, because then, as a result, yep, this is all fine. Round the back of you, round the back of you. The Mailed Knights don't seem to be responding to the scouts. So as a result, you should just be able to surround and take out this. Yeah, they're going to use the catapults. Are you actually bothering to? Nope, you're going to go over here. Let's just keep these guys busy. You head over in this direction. If we can just make these guys, there's only 2 of them left. Just come on, kill them, kill them, kill them. Yeah, the Mailed Knights have gone in the wrong direction. That works for me. Archers are just kind of taking pot shots. These guys are down to 1 and they're dead. Right. Get them out of there. The catapult's been taken out. That's absolutely 100% fine. Town militia's coming in. Mercenary spin. Viking raiders will easily take out those guys. These guys down to 39, which is great. And we've got, actually, you know what? Let's get some actual, if we can, yeah, I'm just going to hold these guys in place. I'm just going to sacrifice a few scouts just to hold the Mailed Knights in place. You guys are going over here. You guys are going over here. These guys are charging forward. They're backing off. Get over there. Get over there. You guys can just start walking in this direction. We don't need anything else from you. These guys can basically just, yeah, let's just charge the town militia from the other side. We've now got them surrounded. You guys are breaking, which is good, and if we're lucky, actually, some of the stronger stuff's over here, which is kind of annoying, because those guys will take some damage. Probably time to get you out of there if you can, but that should be absolutely fine. Get you round here, and then into the back of these guys. They're only 19, 18, and falling, so they'll go down pretty quickly. And then into the back. Into the back. The Mailed Knights are actually trying to flee away. Actually, there's only none of them left. Screw it. I'm just going to take out the Mailed Knights with my scouts now that they're separated. Those guys are breaking. Good job done. That should be pretty much your lot. These guys are. The town militia is doing a good job holding. And we have killed the enemy. Lovely. Nice and simple. Continue the battle. Let's just make sure they don't actually recover. They probably can't, but just in case. The scouts can obviously ride down the last of the Mailed Knights, which is good. And then my scouts can deal with... Where are you right now? You can take care of these guys. Yep. Nice and simple. In particular, yeah, there's 12 dismounted feudal knights over here. I'd rather they didn't get away. So if my scouts can run them down, that'll be fine. They all dead now? Go for the billmen at this point. I think you've actually killed all of them. So forward. Take out the billmen. Well, billmen are cool. England is such a fun faction to play as. I'm just not sure they're the most fun faction to watch someone else playing as, which is why I didn't want to play as England myself. Because, yeah, they get great archers. They get really fun infantry. They're a really fun faction. But I'm just not convinced they're necessarily the most fun to watch. And if I'm lucky, I might get a general out of this. I have been expanding pretty quickly. So I feel like probably I do have a decent shot of getting a general out of this battle. So come on, let's see if we get someone promoted. And no, tragically not. Unless it shows up after the prisoner's captured, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So, you know what? I don't want these guys coming back. We're executing, given no one's actually going to suffer from this because there's no general involved. So down you go. Beautiful. And I'm going to guess England doesn't like us. Honestly, they probably didn't already. Now, let's start moving some troops around. Spear Militia goes back to Peasant Twerk for retraining, please. Although they apparently can't. Why can't they? Oh, because it's literally I haven't built a bloody town guard here yet. Right, that'd be why. Fine. Well, they can be there for later. It's okay. But I can most certainly move this army into here and, yeah, retrain a few of them. Let's just start doing some merging to save myself some time here. That's a 41 irritatingly, so can't do that. Can fix you up. Very, very good. And those horses can also be merged. Fine. So I can still be pretty efficient here. My priority should be... yeah, fix up the cavalry, fix up the spearmen, and fix up the dismounted hussars. That'll do. And apparently something needs repairing. Oh! The fortress apparently needs repairing. I just didn't bother last time. Sorry, my mistake. I think I've just left a massive hole in the wall or something. And if we want to speed things up here, yeah, right now there's basically nothing flipping here. What's the right thing to do? You know what? Let's just get some infantry infrastructure here. That's probably the safest thing right there. And then, yeah, over at Peasant Archers, very soon we'll be able to start training some ballista, which will be useful if we do want to do an attack over the channel. Yeah, very, very good indeed. You stay there, and you can come back down to Einstein in a moment. For the time being, at least, yeah, the English are kind of in trouble. And down in Gaza, just keep up the... yeah, these guys apparently can't be upgraded any further than they are in terms of armor. That's fine. They've already got the... I don't know. I'm not sure where you can actually see where they're actually wearing. If you hover over, it doesn't actually say what type of armor they're wearing. I think they're just wearing... are they wearing chainmail or light... I think they might be wearing light mail. So they've got that, which is nice. Let's also just get, yeah, a bit more heavy infantry. Norse swordsmen are cost efficient, but... honestly, you're probably better off for the most part just going for hussars if you have the option to, so... I guess these guys do have the better defense, though, even though they don't have the effective against armor. Yeah, as they've got the better defense, and they are cheaper. Right, let's just get a few of these guys in production. They're not bad, they'll do. And then just 2 turns heavy armor. Very nice. Over an acre, let's just get some more troops in production here. Norse Archers again. Norse Archers are good. And that's pretty much all our money's spent, unfortunately. But one more thing we can do, of course, well, 2 things technically. Boleslaw continues on his journey down in this direction. He's still going to be a couple of turns before he makes it down to Sarkel, which is... may have to be sieged out. There's quite a few things there, but that's fine. It won't last that long. But Einstein Sten Kilson has managed to make it over here to Kiev, where there is unfortunately nothing but a factionaire. We've done this before, just taking out the factionaire. So let's get in there and finish off that bastard. Actually, this will be good. How big is this place? I don't know, but big enough to be a minor city. I'd say we probably want to sack this place, and then as a result, yeah, once we've sacked it, we'll have the money to do some upgrades elsewhere. That'll be worth doing, so let's get ourselves some money here. Anything we need to know about you, by the way? Honestly, probably not. Ooh, Intrepid Explorer, that's a good thing to have. He's brave as well, so he's not going to break. No, no offense, he probably wasn't going to break anyway. This guy, we're basically just going to have to take him out to the last man, so not really particularly important there. Be nice if he had something like, you know, sick or something, so as a result he had minus hit points, but he appears not to. No worries, let's just kill him then. So, pretty usual city, being approached from the north. We've seen this before with the split path. There's a very excellent chance he won't actually bother trying to guard the gate in any capacity. So in which case, you guys just pretty much probably should be safe too. Yeah, the king almost always stalks on the plaza, so that's fine. So in which case, you guys just put your stuff down, please. We don't need any of that. And these guys can be basically my kill team. Because, yeah, these guys all together will be more than enough to go in, so we'll just basically have them drawn up ready to rush the gate. As soon as the gate goes down, he might run forward. Just in case he does, it would be a good idea to... actually, you know what? Put that down. Let's actually get ourselves someone up on the walls, just in case he decides to be stupid. Because it wouldn't hurt to have this guy up here, ready to basically shoot anyone who comes down the road. So let's just go and do that right now. Right, battering ram actually got through the gate long before those guys even got up on the wall, so that's fine. They can just crack on with that. Let's see if there's any movement from him. Doesn't seem to be, as I would have expected, nothing major. So in which case, guys, just head forward. Is there a particular angle that's probably better? Not particularly, to be honest. Right, everyone down this way, apart from one guy. Actually, don't even bother splitting up, it's fine. Right, back down to normal time. Remember, what we really want is this guy, yeah. This guy's the guy, so that's why I wanted to approach down this road, not the other. Because now, when the fighting begins, we will basically be on top of this guy right away. And just stabbing him and getting him down quickly is good, because next to every other man here, this guy's got more hit points and can do a bit more damage. So, what we want to do is split our guys along here. So we want 2 guys along here. Quick as you like, you guys just run in if you'd be so kind. The rest of you guys start moving forward. And and then you guys can basically start flanking. We want this guy pretty much surrounded. You don't want to kind of just have a big slugging match that's just one-on-one. You want to kind of have a slugging match where you got 2 guys on this side, the rest of them around here. If we can get 1 guy around the back here, we just want him surrounded, pretty much. That's all we want. And they've decided they want to do this. Yep. That's fine. So you guys in there. You guys start heading forward, please. Quick as you like. I want you guys to basically get round the side of you. The mercenary spearmen are right at the front, which is where I want them to be. So they're going to do a good job slowly working down this guy. Where is the king? Has he fallen back or is he in roughly the right position? No. No. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm telling you to go this way. I want you to go this way. This way. I want you to surround this guy as far as possible. They'll take a little bit of a light knot while I'm telling them to move like this, but it's fine. I could have sent like a couple of guys up this side of the street, but if I did that, then there's a chance he would have gone and tried to pick them off. That's fine. At this point, that's now surrounded enough. So now, yeah, we've got people every side of him, and you can just kind of see, as a result, they're being chopped down a lot more quickly. In fact, actually, the AI knows it's in trouble. It looks like it's vaguely trying to back away from some of the fights. Already down from 55 to 24, and he's falling fast. Like, you wouldn't see the actual general's bodyguard falling this quickly unless you'd, like, properly surrounded him like this and had the spearmen up front. So this is working really, really nicely. We're going to do this with minimal losses. Where's the king, by the way? There he is, and we spotted him just in time for him to get himself speared. Lovely. So the factioner is now gone. Beautiful. I mean, I can't remember when I saw this now. I saw this ages ago. I saw a video of someone who did a very, well, it's kind of, it doesn't really help. It's completely needless. But basically, someone just, they had 2 armies, and they basically attacked an army with just, like, 2 units where all they brought in was just, like, some mercenary crossmen and, like, a base unit of crappy infantry. And all they did was, when there was nothing but an enemy general in the town, I mean, and all they did was they used the crossmen to pick off the enemy king by just positioning them so they were shooting the enemy king directly. As soon as he went down, they basically surrendered, lost the battle, and then, as a result, even though they'd only killed the enemy general, the bodyguard ceased to exist because the enemy general had actually ceased to exist. Therefore, he couldn't have a bodyguard anymore, and the second army just marched in and took the place automatically because now there was technically no unit inside it, which I thought was quite fun. Completely unnecessary, it's just showing off, but still, it's a fun thing to do. So, down he goes, Kiev becomes ours, a massive great chunk of the map becomes red, and Sarkel becomes completely cut off from the rest of the world. Now we're going to sack that for, 10,000 florins. Spot on. So, 10,000 florins. What's this place doing? Whatever it's mining, it's not worth very much. Let's get ourselves, high tax rate, get some money in, and build some paved roads so we can actually start moving around at speed here. Because, these mines clearly aren't worth that much. It's probably just mining up, like, coal or tin or something. Like, some things are worth more than others. And it's sulfur. Apparently, sulfur mines are not worth very much, unfortunately. So, Bolslaw the Merciless continues his march south. Kiev now belongs to us, together with a nice trading port. So actually, we can probably do some decent trade from here, because we can actually trade directly with the Byzantines, which is kind of fun. Possibly the first time we've... No, actually, no, of course not, because the Byzantines hold this island here, the Isle of Cyprus. So as a result, we've been trading with them for some time. But kind of hilariously, they don't seem to have bothered trading any priests over here, but I think there's a witch and a heretic on this island. So at this point, it's 42% heretic. Someone was telling me, by the way, I think someone mentioned Metz was really... No, someone mentioned one of my cities was really heretic. I'm just not sure exactly which one. Hang on, let me go and highlight a priest so I can actually see that at a glance. Because, if you've got a priest highlighted, it just tells you. So, Marseilles, 94%, 96, 100%. Can't be that bad. 85, 90, 88. Yeah. In all fairness, everything looks broadly acceptable. I don't think we've got a problem here. Fine, maybe that was a few parts ago and just like some priests being nearby or some churches or whatever have done the job. But Riga's actually 68%. Because there's still some orthodoxy around here. We just haven't really... It's a very, very slow process of conversion. And Helsinki's probably not great either. Actually, Helsinki's fine. Helsinki's 77% Catholic at this point. That's not a problem in the slightest. Good. Good. Nice job. Moscow's probably not so hot, to be honest. Yeah, Moscow's still... It's majority Catholic, but only just. But I think it'll do for the time being. Now, that money we've picked up, let's spend that down here. Aleppo's just got some basic farming coming in. Fine, let that finish. Merchant's Wharf over here in Antioch. Acre probably doesn't really need anything, to be perfectly honest, but I could do with just a little bit of extra troops going on. basically giant piles of Norse archers will be very, very useful when the hordes show up. That will just be good for mounting on the walls. That'll be lovely. You're doing fine. You've got troops coming in here as well, so that's not to be worried about. Jerusalem is up to a large stone wall. Jerusalem probably wouldn't mind having... It's not a big increase, is it? Okay, fine. You know what? Investing in merchant wharves and similar is never a bad idea. Alexandria is okay for now, and 95% with low tax rate. That's acceptable. Cairo is stable. Good. Quite frankly, if it's over 24,000 and has 0 population growth, for most cities, that's okay. I've got no problem with it. And yeah, Merchant's Wharf would get me an extra nothing, because Cairo is the worst. That's okay. Leave Cairo be. And that means we've got some money to spend over in this part of the world instead. Not enough to actually buy myself, sadly, a citadel or anything, or a huge stone wall at Genoa, as nice as that would be, because Genoa's making good money. Genoa's making really nice money. I would not mind upgrading Genoa to a huge city just to get those docklands down, but... How about Milan? What does Milan need? Milan's okay for the time being as well, actually. Wouldn't hurt to just have some basic upgrades around here in Prague, which, by the way, is still on normal tax rate. It shouldn't be. We need the money right now. Did I forget to? Yep, I forgot to put the money up there. Let's get ourselves... paved roads. That'll be worth a little bit of an increase in money, but the movement speed is more important anyway. So, paved roads in Breslau. That's very, very good indeed. Thorn. You know what? I wouldn't mind just a handful of extra troops just to make sure Thorn was safe. Just a couple of extra Norse archers. That leaves me with 1,000. Peasant Archers not quite done with its ballista maker yet. Momentarily it will be, then I can start training ballista. You are... No, you've already moved this turn. That was still this turn. And these units are really badly damaged and really badly... Well, not actually really badly damaged, just a single unit. And over here, not much. Not much at all. I'd say we get all these forces together, we'll be in a good position to basically push England off the continent. Meanwhile, down here is Metz safe. Metz is safe enough. I'm going to train one extra unit of Viking Raiders just to... They've done it again! They've flipping done it again! Alright, that cannot just be a person dying a second time. That has got to actually be more than that. This is... Oh... Why do you tempt me? Why would you tempt me like this? This isn't fair. Oh gosh darn it. And actually, it's a fortress. It's a flipping fortress. It will be so difficult to take later on. Like, and war with the Imperials is inevitable. And it's just like, it's one tiny little extra war. And like, you know, we're at... No. They've got a big force here. There's a big force there. Do not attack the Imperials, okay? We've probably got enough wars going on with this one and probably soon to be this one and also these ones and that one, this one over here, that one there, this one here, that one there, these ones here, and finishing off that one. That's probably enough. Yeah, it's not that. I kind of did that for comical effect, but it's kind of true, isn't it? We are kind of at war with everybody pretty much. Screw it, you get to live today. Alright, you get to live today, but one day, when the Hungarians have got you on the flipping ropes, I'm going to come down and deal with you, Imperials. Alright? Oh, poor Imperials, they haven't been having a good game. Not as bad as Spain. Poor bloody Spain. Valencia, in French hands, it's bloody ridiculous. But, yeah, I feel sorry for poor little Spain. I wouldn't mind, like, if they were to attack Portugal, that'd be great. If they could just basically throw whatever they've got left at Lisbon. Do you even have much? No. Toledo has 1, and Leon has 2. I suspect... I mean, I'm not sure what's happened to their economy, that they're not retraining more troops. If they've just got, like, an army stuck somewhere. I should probably send a spider in there at some point. Just I'm kind of curious what the hell's going on in that part of the world. Right, you're almost certainly going to attack this turn. And you probably will as well, because honestly, you don't even need this siege equipment. You're just going to use this stuff. Right, let's have a couple of battles again. French diplomats start on the move, but obviously that's not the thing we're most interested with. The French, they might want to do a big bridge battle. That'd be kind of fun if they wanted to do a great big bridge battle. The Russians are, yep, first up, they're heading in here. Definitely in our favour. So, they have got themselves a bunch of siege equipment, but honestly, they don't have the men to do it. I don't really have the men to hold out either. And they've got the armoured sergeants, but I just think they can't take the walls. I just think they will not be able to take the walls. Like, my sword staff militia, though they're not really kind of made for wall fighting, they'll do the job when backed up by towers. So I'd say, yeah, close that scroll, that's fine. Especially as we've got reinforcements coming in. Who, I can't actually see what's in an army, but I know there was some actual proper infantry going on there. So they're coming from the north as well. We can just slip them into the city, and they can basically hold out on the plaza, just in case the French make it through. But, to be honest, if they can break the walls and get the gates open, we're in a little bit of trouble. And that could happen because they've got multiple rams, and you can't guarantee the rams are going to go down. But, yeah, the sword staff militia in their defensive position at the gates, I think will be fine. Let's give this a go, but this is going to be an interesting one. Ah, yes, and I'd forgotten how stupid battles defensively actually operate, which is, yeah, you don't actually always get to lay out your troops when you're being attacked. But unfortunately, all I get to do is click start the battle, and the battle will start, meaning I have to move things around the city once the battle's actually begun. Also, that's a paved road. Hooray for the paved road! Yeah, start the battle. Unfortunately, the battle now begins, and I just have to deal with whatever the bloody hell's going on, and it's not a nice day for a battle. Right, where is everyone right now? You're over there for literally no well-explained reason. Good, I'm glad you're all in stupid positions. That helps me out so bloody much. So, crossbow militia isn't even up on the walls. Good. Good. Spear militia needs to be up on the walls. You're up on the walls already. Catapults are just here for no well-explained reason. You get yourselves over here, because why the bloody hell not, eh? Right. I like it when this happens. This is good. Where are you? Right, so you're just back on the flipping plaza for no reason, because, yeah, the game decided I'm not allowed to lay out my own troops on this occasion, so that's welcome. Right, you just basically need to get over here as quickly as possible. It's going to take them a while to get drawn up, which is fine, but it's not fine. It's stupid. Yeah, look at this guy. This guy's way over here on the wrong bloody side of the city. Right, you need to get over to here as quick as you can, please. You need to get over to here as quick as you can to help support. You guys are just... Why are you all here? Why are you in stupid positions? Ah, this is good. The game is basically trying to screw me over as best it can by laying out in a completely incompetent defense and forcing me to actually have to move around while the French get to start actually, you know, advancing straight away. The one advantage we've got is, yeah, we've got one unit ready to start moving over to the gate right now. So even if they actually get to the gate, if we can have one sword staff militia right here guarding the gate, then they will do a good job. It's not quite as good as a phalanx, but it'll do for the time being. So those guys have got... Wait, what? Whoa. Oh, okay. Have we got I think we've got a spy in the city then. We've got ourselves a spy in the city. And that's not good, because... Right. Well, this has gone to hell fast. Yeah, I think the, I'm pretty sure we've got the problem here that there's a spy in the city. And as a result, they just get to charge straight in. Oh, no. No. Spear militias aren't going to be able to stand and fight against the actual flipping French. Oh, we needed this to be on the walls. We needed it on the walls. Right, scouts, get in there. Buy time. Where the hell are you guys? Right, get over here as quickly as possible. Okay. Fire into it. Fire into them. Fire into them. Artillery. This is up to you at this point. Right, where are you guys? Okay, you're here. As soon as we get ourselves sword staffs just drawn up on the street, they will do a surprisingly competent job. We've got ourselves... Okay, something's breaking. Good. Something is breaking. You guys are not designed to charge forward. If we can just basically hold them right here and just pin them in place. Yeah, the entire army is just basically trying to get your spears down. Spears down. Spears down. Spears down. The frame rate is dying. Okay, there we are. The spears down, yeah. I think the spears are down. Right, loads of stuff is starting to break. Are you guys firing? You guys should be firing. Please fire. Okay. Stuff is breaking, which is good. They're shaken, and these guys are doing a surprisingly competent job holding on. I need you to be more like here, please. I don't need you getting involved just yet. I need you to... No. Stop and be phalanxers. Stop and phalanx. Your job is to stop and phalanx. Are you even firing? You're not firing, are you? You're... Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Right over to here. And... No, you're not going to bother. Well, that's fine. Okay. So, the French are still attacking, regardless, albeit with town militia and town militia. So now there's basically nothing here, but now there's just... Why are you there? Okay, that's fine. Okay, they're abandoning the... I think we won. This was an odd battle. They're now climbing back down the towers again. Are they climbing? No, now they're climbing up. Now they are climbing up again. Let's just hit them with some cavalry. I'm not bloody sure what's happening in this fight. This has been a very odd battle. This has been a really odd battle, in fact. Right, so they're broken.
Our foe has lost control of the city.
Have we? We've done what? How did we lose control of the city? What's happened to the... Oh, no. What? How did you get to the... Right. Okay, some knights managed to penetrate through, did they? Right, well, that's good. Just fight, please. Fight and fight and fight, because apparently it's not over yet, because we've lost control of the bloody city somehow. Right, you get over here and just start shooting them in the back, please. There's only flipping 26 of them. Oh, this is why we laid our forces out like this. It's because, of course, the flipping French spy opened the gates. So as a result, they can come in all the gates, so they've split up their forces. That's what's flipping going on here. Right. Get over here. Okay, we've reclaimed the plaza, but there's more coming in over there. That's where their flipping leader is. He's just coming in through this flipping gate. Is that where the leader is? That must be the leader there. Right. Who are you guys fighting over here? Right, you guys are just... That's just town militia. Right. Guys, split up. Split up. Back off. This front seems to be pretty safe for the time being. That's crossbow militia. Right, charge them. Charge them. Where are the... You guys are... doing over... Oh, of course, those are the reinforcements. Oh, well, bloody hell. We haven't got them moving yet. Okay, where's the city?
The battle is very much in our favor.
The battle is very much in our favor, is it? Oh, could have fooled me. Does anyone know where the city plaza is? Because it's too bloody miserable. I can't tell where it is. There it is. Right, everyone, start moving over here. Yeah, those guys are down to 9, and they're being shot in the back. Okay, at this point, the crossmen are just having to deal with themselves. Good. Those guys are... Why are you breaking? I want you to stand and fight, please. Stand and flipping fight. I just need you to hold these guys in place. There's only 6 of them and they're wavering. Okay. What about the forces coming from this direction? They're not progressing particularly fast. Okay. I'm going to need you guys drawn up to take care of that. These guys are... There's only 5. Okay. You guys finish off them. Just everyone go and finish off... Yeah, these guys finish off these guys. Just hand to hand with your little daggers or whatever. Over here, there's still troops just... Those are merchant cavalry militia. Right, okay. We've got this gate held at this point. You guys are... These guys are... Oh, bloody hell. Right. You get up there and take care of them. There's nothing else up here. You guys are... You're crossbow militia, so you're fine. There's weirdly crossbow militia over here. You have managed to make it into here. You're now fighting these guys, but then these towers should be shooting you from the inside, so you will... Yeah, you'll break. That's fine. Those guys have made it through there. Possibly they came in for a different gate. Who bloody knows? You're running around to the other gate at this point. There's more going on in the city. The Frankish Knights have finally decided to naff off. You need to come round here, because you're totally planning to join up with these guys, aren't you? Yeah, now there's just a big French force. Oh, bloody hell, this is chaos, and the fog and the rain does not help. Right, you guys, get over to here. You, block up this street. That is your job. Meanwhile, you guys, your job is to be right here and just basically fire at anything. So, fire at war mode off. You're fighting something. Okay, you've managed to take out those guys. Good. Those guys are now broken. Get back to the city. You're one of our commanders. I need you to be, like, you know, not dead. What's going on here? You've broken. Okay, those guys were chased off. Good. Next up, you. Those guys were chased off too. Fine. I think the southern frontier is now safe. In which case, get the spear militia up to here to start guarding this area. Someone's fighting over here. Okay, there are... No. Okay, they're just shooting those guys. And these guys are town militia. They're now broken. Yeah, okay. There's now nothing in the city, I think, but these guys. And we need you to not fire, to be honest, because now you're shooting at your own guys. Okay, right. With that safe, I'd say now what we do is we bring you down here. Yeah, that's what happened. Flipping spies open the gates. That's why I wasn't allowed to flipping... I'd forgotten that was a thing in this game. Right, you guys. Spear wall formation off. Get back to the plaza. We need to guard the plaza next. And there's going to be more coming from this direction. By now, the spear militia should be coming up the street. Somewhere. So there they are. Bloody weather. Right. What's going on around here? These guys seem to just be hanging out here but not doing anything. Which is interesting. Okay, in which case we can probably send, yeah, 1 damaged unit. If we could find ourselves a nice damaged unit that's not doing anything right now. You are fine. I'm going to chase these guys off just to make sure they're fine. You, I want you to work your way around the wall and go and stand on the wall up here. Just in case we can actually, yeah, if you're willing to go around the wall, that'll be fine. Peasant Archers, right here. Only 7 of them. Now there's just a big clump of French units. These guys still aren't moving. Why are you not moving? I've told you to come. Oh, they can't, because I don't control any of the gates. Or possibly I just didn't double click, because now they are moving. I think, like, at the point where I told them to move, I didn't control a single gate. That would have been the problem. These guys are trying to flee. It's not going so hot. Yeah, you guys need to start moving, because we've actually got some, well, not great cavalry. We do have some Norse war clerics who are chunky. They are nice and chunky. Right, you guys, round here. These guys have already broken. Yeah, just shoot them with crossbows. There goes another one. Beautiful. Well done, lads. Right, back over to here to see what's actually going on in this part of the world. You're fleeing, and whoever the leader is, there might be something over here. Does anyone know what that is? Oh, that's, okay. Charge them. I know you've only got 12, and they've got, like, more than that. You get over there and help too, and the clerics are almost there. Actually, the cleric's going to pass very close by to this guy. So why don't you, just while you're passing through, there we are, take out this guy. Yeah, must have been a French spy that opened these bloody gates. Bloody hell, right. Take out these guys. Well done. Nice bit of a mace into the face for them. There we go. The flipping church is here. Right, taken care of. Back over in this direction now. Okay. The question is, are they still... Yeah, there's more coming. There's more coming at this point. Yep, they're now charging. Where are the bloody... Hang on, okay, hang on. Where are you? Where's the... I told you guys to report here. Where the bloody hell are you? Why are you over there? Oh, gosh darn it. Get over here. I swear I told these guys to report in this direction. Right, get over here as quick as you can, please. You need to guard this area as best you can. Yeah, about like this. Actually, you know what? Move over here and then skill them up. Because then these guys will have a clean shot. So get over here. Stop. Skill them. So we've got mailed knights coming in. These guys, this is going to hurt, but I need these guys to basically just keep firing at the same time. Yeah, I just need you to fire at those mailed knights. Fire at those mailed knights. Now, reload, and just basically keep firing. Keep flipping firing. In it comes. In come the bolts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Down from, like, 45 into 26 in, like, one single go. Beautiful. There's a little flag of Denmark fluttering in the breeze. There's more at the back there. That's 25 feudals. The mailed knight's down to shaken already. Probably focus on the feudals. I think they're now more on the right. There we go. They're trying to get past us. In come all of the crossbow bolts, tearing through that armor. This is right. This is just right. And now they're breaking. Spot on. Now, there's more crossbow militia at the back, but there's not much they're going to be able to do, to be perfectly honest. So, in which case, you fire at you. You two fire at here. Where the bloody hell are you guys? Oh, you finally showed up, have you? Oh, and in come the war clerics. In come the bloody war clerics. Down goes their leader. I'm shooting my own guys. Sorry, that guy just died from my own fire. What's left? There they are. There's the armoured sergeants. We've been waiting for bloody them. Right, so, you guys, fire on the armoured sergeants. Because you know what the thing about armoured sergeants is? They're armoured. You know what crossbows don't care about? Armour. Spot flipping on. Right, so just keep firing into these guys. They're right now 147. Already shaken. Because, yeah, well, it's not a nice day to assault a city. And they are going to start going down very, very fast indeed. Oh, being shredded. Shredded, already wavering. Nice, surrounded by breaking units. You guys, just draw it right here. You guys, draw it right here. Don't get yourself shot. I kind of need you guys. We might need you guys next time. You might be more use if the flipping... There's more in the city, yeah. What the bloody hell's this? That's one mailed knight who's decided to... Oh, thank goodness. I didn't even mean to end the battle right then. That was Captain John! That was Captain John that just won that. God bless you, Captain John, you magnificent bastard. Alright, so... We've wiped out huge amounts of the bloody French there. That's good. 380 remaining. And Captain John, the biggest hero of them all, has managed to only lose 400 men. That was mad. You know what, France? I've decided you're not getting any of these guys back. Bye. There we are. Please tell me Captain John's about to be... Oh, Captain John doesn't get promoted. It would have been lovely if we'd actually had John an actual general. That would have been great. Anything else you want to do, France? No, just kind of poker... Oh, that's a position you might consider a bridge battle. I think he's thinking about it. And he's doing it. Yep, he's doing it, all right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as this is apparently a turn where the French have decided they're either going to make or break their southern campaign, and they've decided to push forward and try and break the bridge so they can get through with their reinforcements, though maybe they don't realise they've lost the battle at Marseilles yet up here. Yes, indeed, that is more than enough for now. Next time, we will be beginning with this little battle against the flipping French. They have got the advantage. They've got, yeah... To my 2,000 men, they're bringing about 3,400 odd. 3,300 maybe, but... They've got the advantage there, and we have not got the best troops in the world, but we have now got sword staff militia to be our front line. Now, they will do a decent job, but bear in mind, they're not heavy infantry. I don't have good, solid heavy infantry to hold the line here. What are they bringing? Oh, they've got flipping catapults. They've got some... They've actually got some dismounted feudal knights and some actual armoured sergeants as well. The reinforcement army is bringing more catapults as well, so... They've got the long-range fire. I've got it too, so we're actually going to be firing each other with catapults across the bridge while they're trying to storm it. This is going to be a bloody battle. So, that is coming next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Medieval 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way. Otherwise, they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.